Okay, so my business partners want me to move away from Photoshop and Adobe and Illustrator and all of the things that I have. I have a hard time doing that because I've been using Photoshop for almost 20 plus years. So here's what we're gonna switch. We might switch to. It's called Affinity, Affinity, and here's why. Because I pay $27.77, about $30 a month for Adobe Photoshop, but I can access it in two locations. I can access it on my iMac, my Mac Mini, and on my laptop for on-the-go stuff. But I pay $30 a month. That's almost $300 a year, or exact more than $300 a year. I don't know how they figure that out, but that's the plan I'm on. For Affinity, for version 2, I would pay $82.99 one time. And even if I switched over from the individual to the business side of it, the business side, I would pay $78.84 per license. So if I wanted 2 licenses, I would pay that once. Or I would pay, if I get 2 versions, I would pay $157.68. That's still half the price of what I'm paying for Adobe. And I would get their version of Photoshop, Illustrator, and Publisher, basically. They call it different. They call it something different. They call it Designer, Photo, and Publisher. But it's not that it's about the price. It is, but it isn't. Because it's about the learning curve that comes with getting a whole new system. And not being able to do the things that I do on a regular basis is going to obviously, 1, slow me down. And 2, is it going to cost more in the long run just because I have to go back to Photoshop. And now their prices are a little bit higher. I'm on the $29.99 a month plan. I don't know why it says $29.99. So I am on the 30-month. But I was reading a blog, some things that I am not going to be able to do in Affinity after somebody who purchased it and has been playing with it and using it for 6 months already. So but they say at the end of the article, maybe thinking of making the switch from Photoshop to Affinity Photo. Yes, there are lots of differences, pros and cons, but overall the experience is 100% with it. Because you purchase that Affinity and it's yours. You don't have to rent it. Basically, I'm renting software from Adobe. And sure, I can log into their new cloud-based Photoshop on their cloud-based website and create something from anywhere else I'm at I don't have my own computer for whatever reason. But does that overcompensate the problem of, because with the money saving that I would be getting, I could actually probably afford to even get Canva Pro. So then all of the things that I use on Canva would be Pro, and I would still be at or about the same cost, because Canva Pro is fairly expensive. But I would own Affinity. I wouldn't have to rent it anymore. But my issue is that I have 2 computers, so I would need, two Affinities? I don't know. And then, like, break my heart a little bit because I've been so loyal to Adobe for so long, because that's the only thing I know. I know Adobe Photoshop. I know Illustrator. I know Publisher, but I don't really use Publisher. The only other one that I use is Premiere Rush and sometimes Premiere Pro. Those are video-based ones. But are there other free video-based ones out there? Possibly.